No. Actually, sige, direct brillante. Not necessarily walang pera to.
Yeah. So,
Well, dito kasi, sad to say, kasi dito sa atin, halimbawa, after ito mga indie film, marami. Katulad yung sinabi kanina, thriving. But the thing is, wala talaga tayong audience. I mean, the very, very small audience. Pinag-share namin lahat yan. Lahat kami mga independent filmmakers. Okay? The main audience still goes for the mainstream films. So, ang maganda lang ngayon, may awareness. May awareness ang lahat. But, wala pa silang acceptance. In other words, hindi pa talaga siya pinapanood. Hindi pa talaga siya pumupunta sa sinihan or hindi pa siya pumupunta sa mga, well, let's say, Sinimalaya, no? After, lahat pupunta talaga yan sa CCP. Okay? Manunood lahat talaga yan, lahat ng mga estudyante. But after that, ano na ang buhay ng film? Okay? Kung walang distribution, kung wala na. I mean, kung hindi magiging prominent yung film, wala na after that. So talagang you'll be alone in the dark. Ganun talaga, yun yung reality. Yun yung reality dito sa atin. So,
because it's a cycle. Kailangan talaga, why are we stressing on distribution? Why are we stressing na sa showcasing and panonood ng audience? Dahil yung magkano na ba ngayon ang isang ticket sa movie? 200 pesos? Kung sa indie film, magkano ng bayad natin? 50 pesos. Diba? 50 pesos?
Minsan nga free.
Yung 50 pesos na yun, kung 200 pesos sa mga cinemas and all their malls, yun yung generate kaya ngayon Hollywood how much millions ang mga kaya they can afford those wonderful blockbusters. Eh kung kapipilanggot na nga yung 50 pesos na binibigay nyo, paano sila makakagawa ng next movie? Dahil it has to go back to the start, meaning get another story.
Well, I mean, that's a long discussion that involves taxes. I mean, 30% amusement, 12% VAT, 20% goes to the cinema. So, I mean, and you really don't profit.
yeah. I think what we have to remember also, at the end of the day, as you said, it's not yet an industry. And as in an industry, it starts as a business. Okay, and so I think I know it's great to make good movies and good stories, and that's the beginning. As Isa said, that's the seed. But you have to balance it out. You have to balance it out with also marketability and stuff. But I would like to touch on what you just said about the audience. I think that's true. There must be a frustration as a filmmaker to do something that is very that is really supposed to communicate to an audience. And I think that's what the Cinemalaya festival is about. I think it is something that started already 5 years ago, and it is continuously growing. And maybe that's what it's there for, to develop that dialogue between the creator and for those who are supposed to receive it. So, talking about Cinemalaya, the films, the different films, okay? Now, we were talking that it's really a great venue to come up with interesting stories. Now, we've discussed Mr. Mendoza's movie earlier. Yeah, Kinatay. But now these two young ones.
Maita and Pepe naman.
Yeah, Maita and Pepe have I've chatted with them earlier about their movie. So, Maita, tell us about Hulagpos and what it is about.
Hulagpos is a short film actually, and it's sort of an experience film. It's about a little girl, and she has a seemingly stern and cold unfeeling mother, and this mother prevents her from going inside the forbidden room. So to do that, the mother creates a myth, and then the story is how the little girl will find the courage to go to that room, find out what the truth is, and break that myth of the mother. Yeah, so it's a very simple story. It's a short film.
Okay, so that's your short film. And where did you find your inspiration for that particular
Yeah, as I said, it's an experience film in a sense that it didn't really happen to me, but it's a metaphor of what I was feeling and what was what was happening to me at the time I was writing the script and at the time I was making the film.
Okay, now that's interesting because there you talk about something that you know, something that you may have experienced.
Yes.
As opposed to Pepe's Encuentro.
Something I haven't experienced.
Haven't experienced, but as Mr. Mendoza mentioned earlier, it also has to do a lot with research on a material that you need not necessarily have experienced it. So Encuentro, what is Encuentro?
I'll give you this view. The Commission on Human Rights is currently investigating 814 deaths in Davao at the hands of we're in a state government, we're government TV station, but alleged state-sponsored vigilantes.
Okay.
Death squads. Now, this isn't just happening in Davao, it's happening in many parts of the country, a lot of other cities. So that's where the film Encuentro takes its cue. It's about two brothers. It's actually the last 24 hours of two teenage brothers who are being chased by the death squad. So it's your feel-good movie of the year, actually.
But this is interesting. Pepe actually got this idea when he was doing a documentary about Filipino jails.
Yeah, I
The
toured
Philippine
jails.
jails. You toured the jail.
All over the country. And in a jail, in a rehab facility in Davao, I met these two brothers whose names were Richard and Raymond. Richard and Raymond.
Artista na.
Richard and Raymond, okay.
They're 17 and 14. Names were Richard and Raymond, and they were being chased by the death squad. So they inspired the story. I mean, it's not based on their life, but their experience inspired the story. And our characters in the film are also named Richard and Raymond. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And there,
Hindi ka sinadya ng copyright niya, na? Pangalan
hindi
nila.
naman.
Richard and Raymond. Cool. Now, Mr. Mendoza, I mean, you are here facing young filmmakers, and what do you? I mean, listening to all of their ideas as well compared to your experience, how would you say? I mean, what would you tell people out there, other people out there, how to, if they do want to get into filmmaking, what would be your message to them, and to also these kids who are ready to take on the world as well? Maybe they'll follow your footsteps into Cannes.
Para na ako authority, hindi naman. No, sa akin kasi, yung truthfulness and honesty, dapat laging nandun. Of course, the passion, dapat given yan. Hindi yan nawawala. So, if you really want something, talagang gusto mo siyang, you really want to go for it, just be passionate about it. And just be true. Just be true to yourself.
Be true to yourself.
Pepe and Maita, would you like to invite them to the Cinemalaya showing?
right.
Kailan ba? Kailan pa pakita ang
It's going to be on July 17 to
17.
26.
And this will be at the CCP.
CCP.
50 pesos lang.
Hindi. I think
Free.
it's 100
know.
per ticket. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
they do
well,
charge
it,
for tickets.
it actually, you know, it
So
really
it's not just
actually
for one
depends.
film kasi. It's for a lot of film
Yes,
showings.
you know, I think in one day you won't be able to see. You'll have to pick and choose what. You have to be in the CCP the entire day to be able to see like how many entries will they. They're competing and there are non-competing entries.
yes.
Mr. Mendoza, will you have material also showing in Cinemalaya this year? None. But you will be
siya,
watching.
UP siya.
Definitely, I'll be watching.
You will be
Ayan.
watching. Okay, so again, July 17,
17 to 26.
26 at the Cultural Center of the
Good luck to
Philippines.
you too.
You know, it's going to be a very interesting festival. It's always fun.
Andun ka rin, plug mo na yung sine mo.
Yeah, behind closed doors, you know, blink and you'll miss. I'm there. It's one of the shorts I think that's part of competition. So it's a very interesting festival because you will get to see all sorts of viewpoints. Okay, I think that's the most important thing to say. I mean, you will not only be entertained, but you will also be made to think and inspired as well. So that's really. Isa, will you be my date to Cinemalaya?
Lahat yan, yung mga sine nila papanoorin namin. But of course, hindi na puro sine or film ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Babalik naman tayo sa visual arts sa pagbabalik po ng Chika.